Hello, 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 hello. Come on in, friends. Notifying friends to come in live. Oh, I gotta invite my beautiful wife. Gotta find her. Gotta find her. hmm Hello, friends. Come on in. Come on in. Bring your questions. We are here twice in 2 days. Getting ready to invite my beautiful wife, Paige Lea, to this session of answering your questions about everything relationships, masculine and feminine energy, trauma healing. You are here, friends. Let me know. Let us know. Um, let's. I think we had a little glitch there. Yes. Hello, friends. Let me know where you're dropping in from. Welcome on in. Ah, there she is. There she is. Here.
Feminine energy.
Oh,
Hey,
there she is.
cheers.
Oh, who are you talking to? You. Oh, were you talking to your audience?
I was just
Oh,
saying
okay.
hi.
You look stunning, babe. I love that top on you.
Thank you very
Yeah, it's
much.
a great color. Yeah. What do you call that color?
Hmm. That's a really good question. I don't know.
Plum. Plum.
That's probably pretty good. Yeah.
I love naming colors. Reminds me of when I was a kid and we had the Crayola box. Anybody ever had the Crayola box?
The mac and cheese.
Mac and cheese. What's that?
There's a macaroni and cheese color.
There is? There's a
Yeah.
macaroni and cheese. Friends, please help me. There's a macaroni and cheese. Oh my God. I probably, yeah, I have a secret obsession with macaroni and cheese in general. Someone says lilac. Someone says lilac. Yeah.
It is a fantastic.
That is a
Yes.
fantastic color. Yeah. Friends, come on in. We have people joining us live. I'm David Lee. That's Paige Lee. She's over there. And
Mhm.
we're here to bring some clarity, some information, some insight from a trauma informed masculine and feminine energy perspective on all things relationships, all things healing. So jump on in. I am David Lee. That is Paige Lee. Once again, we're here to bring some clarity, answer your questions. So come on in. Yes, I see some likes and hearts and all of that. If you have some questions that are burning inside of you, keeping you up at night about your relationship, and you would like some grounded, powerful, empathetic information and support, because Paige and I have independently seen a lot in life and relationships in our own journey of healing. And we would love to bring that insight and expertise to you. So, again, I'm David Lee. That's Paige Lee. And we are founders of our coaching practice called Daring Deeply. And it's a very special day today, by the way, isn't it, babe? Very special today. Why don't you tell the folks why it's so special? Why we're here and all, I mean, providing insight and perspective and wisdom and loving on all of you. But why is today special?
Today is special. So today is the day that we are releasing a free training and something that we've been working on for a very long time. And so it feels exciting that today is that day. And so you can be a part of that. If you want the free training, you just have to register through the link in both David's bio and my bio. But
Mm-hmm.
that will be delivered to the inbox, your inbox, directly to your inbox very, very soon, right after you
Yeah,
register.
today. Yeah, today. So that is, and I just checked out the link, by the way, because I want it to be up to date. The counter is 0, but you can still register. It says there's no more time, but the link is still there. So we've extended that, and you can still register for that because the webinar has yet to go out to, and we have almost 300 people that have signed up to receive this powerful energy. How should I say it? Trauma healing, feminine energy webinar training created and crafted by her.
Yes.
So I certainly have been in support of this. It is extraordinary. I have seen it. It is Paige Lee taking her experience in her life, taking her pain and turning it into purpose for so many of you. So ladies, if you're interested in truly understanding what it means to stick your toe in the water of healing your feminine energy to release you to the relationship and life of your dreams, then this webinar is for you. So jump on to my bio link, on Paige's bio link, and you can register for that event, that delivery, that webinar that is coming.
Oh,
So,
yes.
yes. So, yeah, let's see if we have anybody who has questions, friends. Bring those questions instead of just staring at the screen. Come on. I heard somebody say once, the life is not about what you know, it's about the quality of the questions in which you ask.
Wow. Yes.
Isn't that true? And it's one of our guidelines of engagement here in our coaching practice is to be curious before critical. And so, part of a very elevated, awakened, deeply powerful coaching practice and being a coach, a little bit of background information, is how powerful and how quality the questions you ask your client. And so, it is imperative that part of life and how to thrive is to ask questions rather than make statements. So, we would love to be here. We're here for you, friends. So if you've got some questions, drop them in the chat. And
Just for
yeah, go
yourself,
ahead, baby.
asking yourself powerful questions. And I would say
Hmm.
that that honestly is the most important person you need to be asking questions to.
Hmm.
Why you like certain things, why you value certain things, and begin to quest for deeper answers because that's going to help shape shift your external world when you can understand yourself at a much deeper level.
Hmm. So well said. The most frustrating and most revealing question I ask my clients, and I know you do the same, is simply one word: why? I remember one of my very first clients. She was navigating. She was in her 40s at the time, a woman, and we were navigating. She was navigating some very deep complexities with her mother, and it was just a lot of toxicity and some harboring resentment and bitterness, and yet she really wanted to love her mom. And I simply asked her this question. I said, "Why do you want a relationship with your mother?" And she looked back at me over the screen, over Zoom, and thought I had three heads. It is a powerful and important question to be auditing your relationships that are closest to you all the time, friends. Ask the question why. Why is this person important to you? Why do you remain in this relationship? And no relationship is off limits to an audit. Just because you've been married for 20 years doesn't negate the fact that you can ask the question, why am I married to him? Why am I married to her? Why do I want, or why do I think I have to have a relationship with a family member with whom does not resonate with my growth pattern, who brings me more pain than joy? So it's absolutely okay. Yeah, there you go. That
So
Paige
hard.
felt that one. Yeah, Paige felt that one. Yes, exactly.
That work
Especially
is
when you,
really hard. Yeah. To like ask yourself some of those questions about why you are interacting or engaging or having a relationship with friends, past friends, childhood friends. And a lot of times sometimes it is holding on to it for nostalgic reasons because
mhm,
that's where we feel safe. That's where we feel like we belong. That's where we feel like we have someone, even though
mhm,
that someone might not be the best person that's going to continue to boost us and support us and encourage us to keep growing and healing forward.
yeah. So said it's the hardest. It seems to be the hardest with family. And we teach and coach boundaries in extensive ways. And by the way, ladies, if you want to know more about understanding boundaries as a feminine woman, please jump on our bio link and register for the powerful webinar that Paige just got done delivering. It's going to be delivered directly to your email today on how to heal you, your trauma, begin to stick your toe in the water to understand that you have the feminine energy within you to really start to heal. And yeah. So we have some questions. We have some questions.
Right.
All right. So Delia, I think it's Delia. She says, "Do you believe in deadlines in relationships?" Example said I wanted to be engaged by January. It's been 3 years. I'm not laughing at you, Delia, but I totally get it. It's like, yeah, and now here we are. Raise your hand. I'm raising my hand. If you've been in a relationship and you're thinking, oh, just one more week, one more month, one more try, one more chance, right? So often relationships are completed long before they're done, if you get
Mhm.
my meaning, right? So, and thank you for the question, Delia. Maybe it's Delia. Do you believe in deadlines in relationships? Hmm.
I think the question first to ask is why your deadline is the way that it is and why it is important to you.
Hmm.
And so once
There's that
you
question.
once you understand like why January was important to you, um, that's going to provide some more clarity as to how to move forward. But we teach in our boundaries content, we teach what's called ask, insist, enforce. And so once you now have this understanding of why that deadline is important to you, then you can use your feminine expression and express why it's so important to you and express why this matters and express why growing forward together in this way is important in the way that it looks like and how it looks like for you. And so that kind of opens the door for conversations to have with your partner when it comes to this timeline and this exchange. And then beyond that, if the deadline is missed or it doesn't feel like it's getting heard or received, then that's where we move from ask to insist, step 2. And that's when we bring it up again. Hey, this is really important to me. I feel like this hasn't really been important to you. And so let's reconnect and discuss how we're going to move forward. And still, if it's the same result, then we move from insist to step 3, which is enforce. And that's where you enforce your boundary. And that's where you protect what is most important to you. But before you get to that, you have to understand why it's important to you.
Mm-hmm.
Otherwise, we're just making random decisions that are trying to feed a wounded energy. Or we're using the engagement as a way to prove that we are worthy, rather than already knowing that we are worthy in and of ourselves, and then wanting to commit to a partner and move forward in the growing journey together. So there's a lot of layers there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah, I think it's so powerful, baby. It's imperative to know why there's a deadline in the first place. Why do you want to, here we go again. Why do you want to be engaged? Why do you want to be married? And don't assume that it's, oh, well, that's just what you do. I'm following the blueprint of life that was passed down onto me. Know precisely why you believe, why you do what you do, why you feel what you feel. When you begin to understand the grounding of that, and that comes from healing past wounds and trauma, there's a reason, Delilah, that you want and value being married, being engaged. There's a reason for that. And it doesn't mean it right, wrong, or otherwise, but it's rooted in some sort of value created and crafted some time ago. And when you truly know what that is, it's very, very much easier. That's some great language. It's so much easier to then state and express from a grounded, confident, feminine state. So good.
Yes.
Okay. Let's see. Oh, she says he's working hard to set himself up for the future, has recently opened a business. I get it. I get it. And also, too, folks can fall into what we call breadcrumbing, to where we make promises and we say, oh, just one more, or just wait, or it's coming. But you have to recognize, again, from your own intuitiveness that comes from healing your trauma, to know, wait, is this a pattern of excuses? Is this a pattern of breadcrumbing, of giving me a little bit of what I want to keep me on the hook? These are really hard questions to ask. But it's super important to know who you are and what you believe and what you want, to know, wait, intuitively, I'm feeling like this is continuing to prolong. And if you truly want an anchor, an understanding, a commitment in your relationship, then you can make that decision so much clearer. All right, let's see. Jen says, advice for when you are being in your feminine energy, but he's also in feminine, so nothing happens. Yes, Jen, I get it. I get it. Yes, such a good question. What happens? Oh, go
I
ahead,
think
baby.
it's
Go.
beautiful. I think it's beautiful that you're in your feminine energy, for one.
Hmm.
And two, that's what you can bring forward. So you can use your voice to express what you want from him, what you desire, what you need. And so doing that by I feel, we talk about I feel statements a lot. I'm feeling disconnected from you. It feels important that I have like leadership so that I can be in my feminine energy. I don't know about you, but when I was in previous relationships where I was wanting to be in my feminine, but like he was also in his feminine, I felt like I had to step up and take the lead to get all those things done. And so
Hmm.
that became really challenging. And so that's what kind of propelled me forward into my masculine energy, is to get everything taken care of. Like I didn't have the tools then, by the way, to use my feminine voice and express what I wanted and what I needed. I was expressing myself, but it wasn't in a way that was landing. And
Mm,
so that's what prompted me to step forward. And then I was stuck. I felt like I was stuck in my masculine energy and I was exhausted and I was overwhelmed. I was building bitterness and resentment for him because he wasn't stepping up. And so the best thing that you can do, I love how connected you are to your feminine energy. Use that. Use that to empower you to share your feelings with him and to inspire him to step forward into his masculine. And that will be his journey to decide. But that's the best thing you can do is worry
mhm.
about you and your voice.
Yeah, so good. I love that from the feminine perspective. Jen, and Paige just said it. It is his journey for him to know that he needs to take the space in order to lead. He needs to understand himself why he is in his feminine wounding, why he is in his feminine energy. And there's a whole story. I guarantee it. I will share from my perspective, from my life, for the vast majority of my adult life, up and just until the past couple of years, I was in my feminine energy more so. Didn't even know it. Just thought that that's just the way you live. That's just the way that you are. In fact, I thought it was a badge of understanding and courage because I was so nice, because I was so receptive, because I was so surrendering, because I was so kind. In reality, I was attracting women who were more in their masculine. Of course I did, because polarity, opposites attract, even if it's inverted. In fact, when Paige and I met, we were inverted. I was more in my masculine, she was more in her feminine. So, of course, we drew together. Yeah, it was reversed. It was, oh, did I say
Yeah, David was more in his feminine. I was more in my masculine.
that? See, it's, yeah. So I was more in my feminine, she was more in her masculine. And so, of course, we drew together because it felt right. It felt like, oh, we have space. Reality, what we then realized was that we were inverted and we began to shift, and we're still shifting. It is still, and we get this question a lot, can couples reverse? Can couples become aligned? And we are evidence of that. So, yes, it can absolutely, but know that each individual in an inverted relationship must be making the ongoing committed decision to heal their trauma. That's right. How do you become more masculine as a man? How do you become more feminine in her being as a woman? You've got to heal those masculine and feminine wounds that have been residing in your body for so long. That's the key. We just don't flip on a switch and go, I think I'm going to be more masculine today.
I wish it was that easy.
I wish it was that easy. Which brings me back to ladies, by the way. And Jen, I will say this.
Mhm.
If you haven't signed up for Paige's free healing webinar, do so. This is an opportunity for you to take an instant action step and to jump into this. It's going to be released to everyone that has signed up directly to your inbox later today. I'm so excited. I can't wait. And that's we're
Yes.
here to get as many women onto this list as possible. So Jen, I highly encourage you to take advantage of that. Be learning from Paige and myself, and see how that works for you. All right. And by the way, congratulations again for wanting and desiring to be in your feminine energy. It's a huge deal. Huge deal. Delila says, I will sign up for sure. Signed up. Can't wait. Jen says, fantastic.
Yay.
Hello, Chanel. Chanel. Chanel says, I love your videos. Thank you, Chanel. What do you love about them? What do you love about them? Share with us. What do you love about them? Let's see. Oh, Jen says, again, here's a follow-up question. She's right here. Jen says, I don't know how to communicate without sounding like complaining.
Mm.
Mmm, so good. I'm curious, Jen, if you can throw in the chat right there, what does your communication typically look like? When you think that you are complaining, what does that sound like? Can you just pop in right there, right here live? Share with us. What does that feel like? What does it look like? What do you say? How do you say it? It's really important because your complaining may not be complaining, or it may be, depending on the interpretation. Too often, when the feminine expresses emotion, it's simply an expression, but it's taken from a wounded masculine perspective, a wounded masculine partner who thinks that it's complaining, but it's simply expressing. Now, I'm not saying that's the truth. There's probably a little bit on both sides. As we know, it takes two to tango. And I'm curious to know what that looks like for you. So,
Mhm.
mm-hmm,
While we wait, I've got a couple shares over here.
please.
Snarky mom. Love that. says, it is a daily, weekly conscious decision for me to step back from my masculine energy. Hubby is noticing and stepping up along the way. It's beautiful to watch. Wow, that's powerful. Congratulations on that.
I am celebrating you. Who is that? Who is that? Do you have a name?
Snarky
Snarky
mom.
Mom. That's right. Snarky Mom. Hello, Snarky Mom. We so appreciate you and value. That's incredible. That is evidence. That is evidence, friends, that this works. That when you begin to take care of yourself first, this is not selfish. This is absolutely the way to live. Okay. I have to take care of myself first, not Paige. When I take care of myself first, I am more equipped, more grounded, more powerful, more strong to take care of her feminine wants and desires.
Mhm.
Okay. It's not the
And
other way
when I
around.
take care of myself
Hmm.
before I take care of David, I am more relaxed, less stressed, more open. I'm flexible, like emotionally and physically, and I feel more grounded and connected to me and my
Mm.
emotions and my feelings. And that's all your only responsibility as a woman is to be able to bring your emotions and feeling forward to your masculine partner so that he can adjust his leadership and adjust his decision making. And so that's the work that I have to do, that I do to take care of myself so that I can better our partnership.
So well said. And I often say this to Paige. I thrive when she's in her feminine essence. When I know that she's taking care of herself, ladies and gentlemen, I thrive. I can step into my dominant, powerful, strong, masculine energy to lead, to win, to progress, to conquer, to decide. If she is not caring for herself, that means that I then have to take the time and the energy to ensure that she is, which is coddling, which is saving, which is fixing. Okay, that is not the healthy relationship. It's not my job to save her. She is not a damsel in distress. She may look like a damsel, and boy, does she look like a damn damsel. I mean, come on, smoking hot over here. Um, but she doesn't. She doesn't want to be saved. That is a telltale sign of feminine wounding. If you feel inside your body, ladies, that you want and desire Prince Charming to come and save you, that is an indicator to pop the hood, as my wife says, to pop the hood of your body and go, why do I feel like I need to be saved?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Excellent, excellent, excellent. All right, so let's see. Definitely communicated in a disappointed or bitter tone, Jen says. Yeah,
I
yeah,
get it.
I get it. That bitterness and disappointment comes from a long understanding of confirming experiences that says that my emotions may or may not be received, validated, understood, known, and honored.
Matter.
Hmm. Yeah, it's imperative that the feminine energy matters. Well, we all matter. We all need to know that we matter. So, which, by the way, I will say it again, ladies, if you have not signed up for Paige's free webinar that is being released today, you have just a few hours, if that, to go ahead and sign up for that. It is how to truly begin to heal with everything that you have within your feminine essence in your body. Paige is going to be your host, your what is it? What's it called? What's the person? Guide
Yes.
based on her experience with her own trauma wounding, in which she is still on the pathway of healing.
Always will be.
Always will be. Yeah,
Yeah,
as am I.
healing in general is a direction. It is not a destination. You will never be done. You will never be fully healed because the deeper you go and the more awareness you have, you unlock new levels of depth to who you are. And with that comes new awareness and new lessons and new growth from there. So it's beautiful. It's a really, really, really beautiful journey. And if you're looking to discover more about who you are or figure out who you are and understand like what is preventing you from feeling so tense and tight and in your masculine and closed off and walled off, and you want to connect more to your feminine energy, well, there's a lot of trauma in the way. And
Mm-hmm.
so this training helps you to understand how all of that links and works together, how trauma impacts the body, how it comes forward and affects our wounded energies, masculine and feminine, and how to use your feminine energy to actually create safety in the body so that you can heal,
Mm-hmm.
you can move forward.
Yeah, so well said. People ask us, so what do you guys specialize in? What do you do? We help men, women all over the planet first to identify their masculine and feminine trauma wounding from their childhood to release them into the life of their dreams. Okay? Because we all possess both masculine and feminine trauma wounding. It's just not trauma. And by the way, trauma is not what happened to you. It's what's left over and hasn't been released outside of the body. Okay? So go sign up for that webinar, ladies. Did you hear me? Go sign up for that webinar. We're having people. I'm checking the roster here, babe, and we're having people sign up in the live. I love it right here. Love it, love it,
Fantastic.
love
Thank
it.
you all.
Yeah, absolutely. Monica says, I signed up. What time will it start approximately? Great question. So it is going to be, this webinar is a pre-recorded, brand new webinar that will be delivered directly to your inbox later
Mhm.
today.
Yeah. This gives you viewing convenience. You get to watch it at a time that's going to work best for you
Mhm.
versus having a hard fast, like, all right, let's all jump on together at a very specific time. Instead, you get to watch it whenever it's going to be most convenient for you. And you have access to the video for 7 days.
hmm Yeah, that's an important part of this. Ladies, you have viewing convenience and there is space to be decisive. Because just because you're a woman doesn't mean you don't tap into your healing masculine energy to find those ways to be decisive. And so we want to encourage that. You have 7 days to view this video. And I'm telling you, once you start it, you're not going to want to put it. It's like a good book. I mean, come on, right? You're going to start this. You're going to be enveloped in Paige's passion, in her essence, in her beauty, in her radiance, in her brilliance. And so sign up for that webinar. You can sign up through our bio links here through the Instagram. By the way, if you're not following us on Instagram, on YouTube, go and do that right now. If you like what you see, if this is impactful, please go and do that. We love, and please spread the word. We want to bring this type of healing energy to the world. So we believe in this. We do it. We have coaches and mentors and therapists who are helping us navigate all this. We are doing the work that we are teaching and training and coaching. Let's see. Erica says, your videos made me aware of polarity in masculine and feminine energy so I can address my healing.
Amazing.
Fantastic, Erica. Are you signed up for the webinar? Go sign up for the webinar. Are you on there? Come on now. Mm-hmm. We love that. Let's see. Jen says, I struggle to move forward to inspire connection when he doesn't resolve conflicts. Mm. hmm the first conviction I will say to the masculine man, it's his responsibility to lead a conflict to completion. Now, does that take away the responsibility of the feminine woman? No. But the masculine is to lead always. He is to inspire and he is to initiate completion of a conflict. And he is to remain in his grounded, calm state, which I will tell you, I struggle with all the time. Paige will tell you. But I am continually learning where does that come from? That comes from my own healing of my trauma. I grew up in a very what's the word? Brilliant wife, kind of boom environment.
Bombastic.
What?
Bombastic.
Bombastic. Yes, very energized, negatively charged environment growing up, where how you resolved conflict was yelling the loudest. Anybody relate to that? Anybody relate to that? Which,
Not
yeah,
me.
yeah, yeah. Paige
Which
doesn't
is
relate to
why,
that. Yeah, Paige doesn't
that
relate to
has
that.
been, yeah,
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 it's
it's
been
been great.
yeah, it's been a challenge. And what I will say is that it's the responsibility of the masculine to initiate conflict resolution. And when a man is doing that, the woman can soften into her feminine energy to receive his punctuality, his penetration of how they are going to resolve the conflict.
Yes. Yeah,
hmm
and that's hard too because it's not just like a light switch for him either. And so that's where a
Mm-mm.
lot of compassion really comes into play in the bounds of a relationship. Just because he's stepping forward into his masculine energy doesn't mean that he all of a sudden is going to start initiating conflict resolution. There's a lot of ebbing and flowing and dancing that happens inside of the relationship of learning and growing and healing together. You are exploring more and more and learning more and more about each other every single day. And you're going to make a lot of mistakes along the way.
hmm
And let that be
hmm
okay. Like the mistakes are are so important
Mm,
because that is how you learn. The mistakes have to happen. Like the woman who commented earlier that said, usually it comes out as bitterness or
hmm
complaining. That's okay. You're aware of that. Now let's learn from that. If
hmm
we want a different response, we have to change the way that we show up in the environment.
Exactly. Exactly. Yeah. Again, we cannot control what someone is or isn't doing, most especially our spouse. Okay. We can't control, and parents out there, by the way, you know that you can't truly control what your children are doing or who they become. Okay. Release that. And it's true in every relationship. So you can only control your response. That's all you are responsible for. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right. All right. All right. I was going to say something else, but it's gone. Aphrodite. Hi, Aphrodite. She's very kind. She says, stunning couple. Thank you,
Mm,
Aphrodite. I
thank
appreciate that.
you.
Let's see. Perfect. Thank you. You guys are amazing. Keep sharing the great work. Thank you, Astrid. Heal You Naturally is her name. Astrid. Astrid? It's beautiful. Let's see. Perfect. Thank you, Monica says. You're welcome. How do I sign up and how much? I'm sure you said already. I just tuned in. This is Franjit Tawny. I love these names. I love these names. Fran. I'm going to go with Fran. How do I sign up and how much? Fran, you go to our bio link, either on mine or Pages, or go to Instagram. But go to the TikTok since you're on the TikTok right now. And it's the very first link. Just sign up for that. It is complimentary. It is a webinar where you can watch it at any time, but you do have 7 days to watch it.
Mhm.
Okay, so it is a limited time. It forces you to be decisive, but it's not a live. It's a pre-recorded that just was complete. It's amazing. It's absolutely amazing. It's a very, very, very powerful look into why the feminine struggles in every facet of life and why she feels overwhelmed and burnt out and exhausted so much of the time because she's in her masculine and feminine wounding, and how she can begin to release and begin to heal and understand what your next steps are. So, ladies, if that's you, go and sign up for this. Okay, it's a free webinar. It's being released today. It will go directly to your email, but you got to register. So, we've got your email. Okay. All right. Thank you, Fran. We hope to see you inside. Do people get schizophrenia because of childhood trauma? Mira says. Mira Reyes. Hi, Mira. Good to see you. Thank you for being here. Do people get schizophrenia because of childhood trauma? Where do we begin on that one? Um, Here, I will reverse engineer this, Mira. And this is for everyone. Make sure you write this down, friends. Okay. We are in agreement with so many of the top healers and what's the word, experts in the trauma informed space. We believe and coach and teach from a perspective that says all of the challenges, all of the obstacles in your way, whatever it may be, whether it's physical, emotional, somatic, spiritual, whatever the blocks, whatever the challenges, whatever the dysregulation that is standing in your way that keeps you from being whole, is all related to unprocessed, unhealed trauma from your childhood.
Mhm. Yeah, so I'm trying to figure out how far I want to go into this.
Hey,
So
let's get it. Let's
essentially,
get it.
to piggyback on what David just said,
Yeah.
so trauma begins to affect our behaviors, our patterns, our thought processing, and schizophrenia essentially is like a multiple personality disorder, where things can just change on a dime. And when you think about the work of Dr. Richard Schwartz, which is one of the grounding pieces of trauma
Modalities.
education that we
hmm
have our business standing on, is called parts work. And so it essentially breaks down to you as a human being, you as a soul, into a lot of different parts. We have an angry part, a bitter part, a joy-filled part, a sad part, a mad part, a rage-filled part, a jealous part, and the list goes on. There's multiplicity. And so when you think about it, and the way that he describes this as well is that we are multiples. And so the schizophrenia can come forward as a expression of what is happening inside of your body with all of those different emotions fighting for attention. And so they're all fighting for attention because there's no safety in the body. And
Hmm.
so that's how trauma can begin to manifest as more of those behavioral disorders.
Hmm.
And so that is a very, that is the basic
That
answer
is the base. Yeah. Yeah.
to that question. And so the empowering part is that as you begin to heal the different parts of you and come home to the emotional body and begin to build deeper connection and safety and compassion for who you are, you can help support your healing through the schizophrenia diagnosis, if that makes sense.
Hmm. Yeah. And I want to be incredibly clear about this and piggyback on what Paige says. So, and we agree with one of our mentors, Maston Kipp. If you don't know Maston Kipp or don't follow Maston Kipp, go follow Maston Kipp. He is one of our mentors, and he describes it this way. He says, we need to release this attachment to disorder. You're not disordered, friends. It is a trauma response. It's not multiple personality disorder. It's multiple personality response. It's not ADHD. Okay. It's not a disorder. You are not disordered. You're simply wounded in need of healing, like we all are.
Mhm.
Okay. So know that labels do a disservice to who we are. You're
Yeah.
not a label. You're not a diagnosis. You're a human who's been wounded, like the other 8 billion people on the planet. We
Yeah.
are all wounded, and that's okay. What's not okay is not to do something about it, or to slap a label on it, or a diagnosis that keeps you more imprisoned in your wounding than it ever does to release you into your healing. Okay, so hope that is helpful. Yeah, we just scratched the surface there. Friends, we go deep into this understanding of trauma healing through a masculine and feminine polarity lens, much deeper in our programs. And you can get a taste of that, ladies, by signing up for this webinar that's being released today. Go and sign up for that webinar today, and you will find the beginnings to stick the toe into the water of healing your feminine and masculine wounding to release you into the life of your dreams. So, we hope you all sign up for that. It is limited. It's the sign up ends today. Okay. And then you have 7 days to watch that video. Okay. Powerful, powerful, powerful. All right. I feel that so much, Chris says. I need that lead in conflict resolution. Yeah. That is a desire. Yes, 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 yes. So let's tackle a couple more, babe. What do you say? One more?
Let's do one more.
One more. I love it. I love it. We will do one more. I will lead us in that direction. Uh uh Safira says, I've been more calm by allowing my boyfriend to lead. I definitely feel different. Congratulations. That is
Yay.
beautiful. Yes, yes, yes. And Chris Tyne says, this is something I'm trying to work on myself. We can help you work on that. Okay. We can help you. And Chris, please go sign up. Go sign up for this webinar, and Paige will provide you the stepping stones to stick the toe in the water to truly understand what it means to heal these wounds, to project you forward in your healing. What happens? Here we go. Last one. What happens if you don't trust his leadership, so you always step up instead?
Mhm.
This is Teresa. Teresa, thank you, Teresa, for being here. I so appreciate that. She says, what happens if you don't trust his leadership, so you always step up instead? You've never been there, have you, Paige?
Funny. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's hard to have trust for other people when you have felt let down so many different times. And there is some exploration that happens right here at the beginning, like with everything. So the big part of like healing trauma and doing the inner work and understanding more about your growth and healing journey is it starts with exploration. And so I would first ask the question, what is it about his leadership that I don't trust, and why don't I trust
Mm-hmm.
it? And what kind of leadership would feel trusting to me? What do I need to see? What do I need to hear? What do I need to witness? So I would start there, because
Mm-hmm.
once you have a better understanding of what you need and want, and the mismatch between the two, then you can like change the way you're articulating your emotions and your feelings, and you're building a little more safety in your body too, because as you're discovering what matters to you most and what feels safe, what builds trust, what leadership looks like and feels like, then you can begin to lead yourself in each of those ways for you first and foremost. And then you're able to articulate that out to your partner.
Ladies and gentlemen, I hope you just wrote down all those questions. That was brilliant, honey. Those those were brilliant questions. You're going to get even more of that through Paige's programs and
That's
courses,
what I
ladies.
do. That's how
That's
I
what she
work with
does.
clients.
Exactly. Asking incredibly powerful questions to lead you, to guide you to the answer that you desire. Okay. Remember this, friends, whether you journey with us, whether you choose to work with us or not, if you choose, and we want you to choose to begin to work with a healing professional, because you cannot do this work on your own. Did you hear me? You cannot do this work by yourself. You can try, believe me, I tried. But to have a healing professional who is grounded, provides safety and security, trauma informed, understands the true essence of masculine and feminine polarity, go find that person. If it's not us, go find that person. Make sure that you make that an absolute priority. And the person with whom you choose to help you healing must be an expert in asking powerful questions. True, powerful coaching, friends, I'll give you a little insight, okay, resides in a couple of things: that they provide a safe and secure environment for your healing, and that they ask really powerful questions and then get the hell out of the way. Okay. We do not provide advice, friends. Okay. We provide wisdom based on our own experiences, our own healing journey, and the fact that this is not our first pony ride. So what you're investing in is our expertise. What you're investing in is how many mistakes and lessons we've learned along the way, making consistently and learning to get better. So beautiful, babe. Beautiful, beautiful. Okay. I'm going to read just a few more. We're going to go ahead and sign off. Just we have some comments. Jen says, I like that perspective. Removes the temptation to attach something like that to your identity. Yes, exactly.
Yes.
Um, let's see. And then Chris says, I've been going to therapy since October and really getting back into my spiritual being. Good for you. Good for you. Uh-huh. It's just signed up. I did, just signed up. Where do I sign? D. Lee says. D. Lee. D-L-E-E. You sign up through our bio links, friends. Go and sign up. Okay. It even says, hey, free seminar, free webinar. Okay. Go and sign up for that. We hope to see you on the inside. It ends today. Sign up ends today. And then you have 7 days to watch this powerful webinar on how to truly begin to heal your trauma wounding, ladies. This is specifically for you. Gentlemen, if you're watching this, send me an email, get onto my link tree, and you can schedule a Zoom consultation to see if one-on-one coaching with me. I work with both men and women from all over the planet and helping them take a deep dive from a masculine perspective on how to begin that trauma healing as well. So that's the service that I provide, and would love to jump on a Zoom call and see if it's a good fit. So I do work with folks one-on-one, and boy, do we see some results from that work, don't we, babe?
We do,
All
absolutely.
right, let's see. The guys, you can. Jen says you can sign up in the link in their bio and their pages. Jen is already helping us. I love that, Jen. Can't wait to meet you. Can't wait to meet you. Safety and security is the key. Yes. All right. Love your content. Thank you so much. Okay. I think we're done, babe. I think we're done. I know we're done.
Feel complete.
We're complete. So, friends, again, jump on to our bio link. Sign up, ladies. This is specifically designed for you. Okay. Sign up for the free webinar. See Paige. Go and embrace Paige. She has this powerful webinar that will be delivered directly to your inbox later today. Okay, today is the deadline. So go and sign up for that. Tell all your friends, tell your frenemies, tell your girlfriends, tell your mom, tell your aunts, tell every woman that you know. This is incredibly powerful. It will, I promise you, if you embrace and embody and fully release and surrender, this will change your life. It changes Paige's life every day. She engages in her own work, as do I. So, all right. We're signing
Thank
off.
you.
We're signing
Thank you
off.
so much for being here today, and I look
Mhm.
forward to welcoming you into the webinar.
All right. Thank you, friends. Take care.
Bye.
Have a great
See you.
day. Bye
Bye.
bye.